It was a little while back now, but I did a video on this Cyber Commander Optimus Prime. This is a more obscure Optimus Prime toy. It's actually available on Amazon. Essentially, it's like a Voyager class price point at the leader class size. This is a pretty sizable Optimus, and I really enjoyed the design of this one. I love the smokestacks at the front of the shoulders. I love the subtle little flame works. I just really like this design for Optimus. I think the head looks very fierce. This is a very, very cool Optimus Prime toy. But it wasn't the only Cyber Commander that was released in this whole, like, authentic Cyber Battalion Cyber Commander line. There was one other one, and I always kind of wanted it. But I didn't really want to seek it out. I don't know, I just wasn't really too worried about it. Well, recently I found myself at a Once Upon a Child store, and I saw this. And I'm like, oh, it's a Bumblebee toy, obviously. It must be like a bigger Rescue Bots Bumblebee I don't know about. Maybe something from like Cyberverse. I don't know. I picked up the bag. It said $8. Flipped it over. Oh, this is the Cyber Commander Bumblebee that I've kind of been wanting, including a little black smudge that I have now just removed. You're welcome. But yeah, this is very, very nice. I really like it. And honestly, the design for this Bumblebee is very cool and very unique. I really, really enjoy it. So, stepping Optimus to the side a little bit, just looking at this car, I love the big old exhaust pipes on the side. Just looks so heavy. Like, this is a very, very heavy-duty kind of sports car. I love all the paint, too. There's actually quite a bit of paint on it. It has a painted windshield, which I actually think looks pretty decent. Not the greatest, but I think it looks pretty decent. Could be a little bit more metallic. The wheels aren't really painted or anything. But yeah, it's just a pretty basic, larger Bumblebee car. Like, it's a decent size. Like, there it is next to my hand. This is a decent-sized Bumblebee. And it's kind of interesting because it's a Bumblebee that's the same size as this Optimus. And it's kind of comparable to Optimus Prime in a bit of a different way. You probably saw it in, like, the thumbnail and everything. But I love the robot mode design of this Bumblebee. I mean, there's pretty much nothing else to say about the car. Let's transform it. Let's see what he's got going on. So, the transformation is very fun. First, we'll pop the arms off, and we will kind of rotate them up on this gray hinge right here. And then we will rotate them down to kind of straighten them out. And that's already looking pretty cool. Then we'll take what will be the back and of the chest. You can kind of see this big old arm. It'll just flip up. And then we want to make sure these little tabs line up with the chest right there. And let's just go ahead and do the legs now so we can kind of have a nice head reveal. Split the legs, then flip out the feet. Very, very basic. Very basic for the legs. But we'll straighten the arms, bend the elbows a little bit. And last but not least, we will take this back panel, flip it back, tab it in, and then we'll flip this head up. And here we go. Here is Cyber Commander Bumblebee in his robot mode. And looking at him next to Optimus Prime, is it just me? Or did Optimus hand the matrix of leadership to Bumblebee? This looks like a Bumblebee Prime. It really, really does. Let's look at that head sculpt. You gotta see it. That right there is the face of a Prime. It is. Look at that big old mouth plate. Look at the aggressive eyes. Like, normally Bumblebee, you know, when he has a battle mask, it's kind of yellow along with him, or it's pretty, you know, pretty flat, and he has a visor to go with it. This is a straight-up Optimus Prime mouth plate, and it still has the eyes showing through. It has a very cheeky Chevy-esque logo on his head, which I think looks really cool. This, seriously, out of every single Bumblebee head sculpt I've ever seen, looks like Bumblebee with the Matrix of Leadership. Now, granted, Bumblebee has never gotten the Matrix. I don't think Bumblebee should ever get the Matrix. But if he ever did, he would probably look something like this. And just the rest of the figure, too, like, just looking at the body. Number one, it's huge. But number two, it has this very big, like, windshield chest, which is very Prime-esque. Not like Transformers Prime, like a Prime with the Matrix inside. The arms look very powerful and large, especially with like the pipings and exhaust things on the side. Just looks so big. Yeah, it has a physique. This Bumblebee has a physique. And I love how these toys have an original design to them. Like, these aren't based on, like, the, evergreen designs or any show or whatever. Whoever designed these toys did their own thing, and I think they did an awesome job. I find it pretty alarming how Bumblebee is actually taller than Optimus for some reason. I love the Optimus. Like, it looks so badass. And the Bumblebee looks really cool, too. But seeing Bumblebee, like, the same size as Optimus, if not bigger, and with a faceplate like that, oh my gosh. This is such a wacky design for Bumblebee. Like, I've said it 1,000 times, he looks like a Prime. And I kind of love that. I love this Optimus design. This is seriously one of my favorite Optimus Prime designs. I'm not even joking. But this, I'm not sure if it's one of my favorite Bumblebee designs, but it's definitely one of the more outgoing Bumblebee designs, shall we say. I find it very unique and interesting. So with these Cyber Commander figures, they're pretty decently articulated. Not excessively so, but like Optimus, he has a ball joint at the head. He's got like universals at the shoulders, big ol' clicks. He's got elbow bends, but no like bicep swivel. He had like a torso rotation, and then he just has nice clicky hips. And he also had an ankle rocker. So like he had pretty good articulation, It's nothing to write home about, no knees, but still pretty decent. And Bumblebee is no different, really. So for his articulation, he has a pretty nice ball joint at the head. It gives you some pretty nice range overall. He has pretty nice clicky shoulders. They don't move a ton out, but they do pretty much do what they gotta do. This Bumblebee does have a bicep swivel where Optimus Prime does not. He does have an elbow bend, which is nice. He has nothing at the waist where Optimus Prime did. And then he has universals at the hips. He has nothing at the knees, unfortunately. I feel like they could have engineered something, but I'll forgive it. And he doesn't have ankle rockers, but he does have ankles that move up and down. Mostly just down for transformation. So he's got pretty decent articulation. Like, both these guys, like, you can pose them up. Looking pretty cool. I mean, none of them, they didn't come with any accessories or anything. They can hold standard Transformers accessories, which I always appreciate with things like this. But yeah, these guys are sweet. They're really, really sweet. I definitely think the transformations are effective. Like, these are nice, big toys. Like, look at that. Those look sick. I love these. Transformers, for me, they don't have to be, like, super high-end, very high-quality things for me to love them. They just have to be fun, creative, competent toys, and I'll be a happy boy. And I'm very happy I got this Cyber Commander Bumblebee. I'm really happy I got it. I wish there were more figures in the Cyber Commander series. I don't think there is. I think these are the only two Cyber Commanders, because there's plenty of other Cyber Battalions. There's, what, Shockwave, Jetfire, a Starscream, I think, Sideswipe. There's a lot of different Cyber Battalions they've done throughout the years. And Optimus, obviously, Bumblebee, Megatron. I want the Cyber Battalion Megatron, but I think these are the only two Cyber Commanders that they ever did. I really like them. Let me know what you think. Out of these two, I still prefer Optimus. That design just speaks to me on so many levels. But this Bumblebee is really, really cool. I really, really like it. Let me know what you think. Is this something you feel like you would have in your Transformers collection? Yay or nay? I think it's cool. Thank you guys so much for watching. Special shout out to channel members, as always. Thank you all so much for the continued support. Have a great one, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.